Hi, this is Tom. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to talk about using Claude Code, and hopefully this works okay. I've been out for a couple of months and got back, got a new computer, and so there's a lot of missing or moving pieces to get right, but we'll see how it goes. All right, so I'm going to show very quickly an app that I'll be wanting Claude Code to do. It'll have a different topic, but it'll look like this. Have a starting place with 3 series, and each series will have 5 parts, and each part will be an article. And you can go back like that. I'll go into this in more detail. I just wanted to give a quick overview on what Claude Code will be working on, because I want to go ahead and start that, and then we can see how long this takes. So I'm going to have it create the things we'll be looking at. You see it's got 15 apps that it'll be doing, and it's on the topic of the Berlin Wall. Okay, so first I'm going to start off, and I'm going to show what the app looks like. It's a series of apps you could see, or HTML pages. So there's 15 articles, 3 times 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then go back. There's series 2, 5 for series 2, and 5 for series 3. So this is like the table of contents. So there's 3 pieces to it. This is the table of contents for the series, and then each series has 5 parts. And then to show what an article looks like, just click on one, and they all look like this. So they're 7 paragraphs long, they're about this long, and there's navigation where you can go to the next article or back to the previous one, or go back to the dashboard that has all the parts for the series that you're on, or go back to the dashboard of dashboards. So hopefully that's not too confusing, but this is a nice way I found to have quite a lot of information. I think it's around 10,000 words total. So if you have a subject that you want to make a deep dive into, I think this provides a convenient way of doing that. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about Claude Code. So here's Claude Code. And Claude Code is by Anthropic. It makes Claude. And I'm on the $20 a month plan. And works really well. Been really happy with it. I've tried some of these code writing apps. ChatGPT has one, and there's Claude Code. And I didn't care for it a few months ago, but it was just kind of hard to make work, and you had to do a lot of things. But now it's much better to where you basically just tell it what to do. So it's created the file structure that it wants. It's created the library dashboard, and now it's working on series 1 dashboard and the 5 articles. So what it's done so far is this. It's created this first page, and now it's working on this page. So this will be a dashboard and these 5 articles. So you can see that it's moving along fairly quickly. I'm not sure I haven't timed the whole thing, but it might take 10 minutes for it to do the whole thing. Hopefully not longer than that, or else it'll make for a long video. But it should give me time to talk some more about how this works. Okay, so and I want to do another video. I'll be talking about Codex, which is ChatGPT's version of the same thing. So what this is doing is it is interfacing with GitHub, which is a repository, and it's the very popular repository. And if you're not familiar with it, you can ask AI to give you a tutorial on it, but it basically keeps your files for you. And it's running on, these are the instructions that I gave Claude Code that it's using to run, and they are here. I'll include this in the description of the video. You can just put this URL in. You can click on the copy prompt, and it will give you this prompt that you can copy paste into Claude Code. And Claude Code should be able to work similarly to what I'm showing you. There'll be some setup to do if you haven't set up your environment yet, but it will walk you through that. It's quite easy to do the setup. The setup would be it's very simple. You just go into Claude Code, you give it basically where your GitHub is, like your username, the name of the repository so it can find it. You set the permissions for it, or basically allow. It'll ask you, is it okay if I write to your repository? Excuse me. And then you say yes, and that allows it to do its work. And that's basically it. And then it will do the work, and then after it does the work, then there's a final step that you'll need to do. So the way that repositories work is they have different branches. So Claude is not writing, or Claude Code's not writing to your branch, but it's writing to, it has its own branch that it'll write to, so it can't like touch any of your files in your branch. But it'll set everything up to where you can move the work that it did to your branch. So it does it that way so that you can test it out, make sure everything looks okay if you want before you move the branch or copy it into yours. But I just move it straight in because for a couple reasons. One thing is everything that it's creating here are new files. So it can't really mess anything up because there's nothing there to mess up. It's all new. And then the other thing is if it did mess something up, it wouldn't be difficult to just have it undo it. But that's not an issue here because these are, like I said, these are all new files that it's creating. So that won't be a problem. So this is taking slightly longer than I was hoping, but it's already done the first 5. And now it's starting on the next 5. You can see now creating series 2 articles. And it tells us what it's doing. It's wrangling now. Now it's cerebrating. I don't know that word. Now it's accomplishing, okay. So this is the chat session that we're in, and I basically just gave it these instructions to do. So what more can I talk about while it's writing these? Because I really did want to give an idea to show how quickly it can do this, and then also how to do the last step. So I'll talk about what it's actually doing here. So it's using a script to interact with the GitHub. And you can see the you can see the commands that it's doing. So it's a bash script. It says git branch, blah, blah. So it's actually using, it's called a CLI, or command line interface itself. And this is something really cool that AI has developed in the last few months. They're called agents, or they can use tools. So it's actually been quite a while that they've been able to use tools, but I'd say it's only been relatively recently that it's been really effective. You know, they had to work out the kinks. And what I did was, I did this both for using AI to do web apps and also now for the agent stuff, was I waited until it got better at it, because at the very beginning, it's been able to do web apps for a long time, but for quite a while, I just felt like it was more work than it was worth. But now I can do them no problem. And not only can it do them, but it can do, you know, multiple ones. So that's, and also I was going to say, actually, not only can it do them, but it can, you know, set them up so that you can view them. Excuse me. So when it gets doing this, I'm basically just going to click a couple of buttons, and then it will be deployed so that you can see it, you know, right away. So in order to deploy it, what I'm using is, I'm actually using GitHub itself. So I'll talk a little bit about this. So in GitHub, you can set up a branch called GH pages. And so you just create a new branch. It has to be named exactly GH-pages. And if you name it GH-pages, then you can use it basically as a web server. It'll serve up the pages for you. So that's what I have here. You can see it has the GitHub, and it has my repository, which was pocket-deploy, and then it has the name of the folder, and then your file has to be named index.html. So if we go here, we can see, let's see, which one is this? This is Industrial Revolution. So I'll look for dashboard, the Industrial Revolution. Okay, so dashboard, the Industrial Revolution. I don't see it. Let me refresh. Okay, so dashboard, and let me look again here. Dashboard, the Industrial Revolution, and Britain Claude. Oh, I see. Okay, so Pocket Deploy is the name of my repository, and this is actually the one that I want. It's a dashboard library, the Industrial Revolution in Britain Claude. Okay, so if I go to Library Home, that's what this is. And if I click on it, you can see there's an index.html. So GitHub is looking for exactly this structure. It has to be named GH-pages, the branch. And you have to name your file index.html, and then it will find the folder and look for an HTML file with this name and then serve it. And that's what this is doing here. And then when I click on this one, now it's going to this one here, Dashboard of the Industrial Revolution, Britain Claude, SO1. And if I click on that, it's part 1, then it's SO1-1, next SO1-2, and so forth. And Claude sets up the whole thing. The prompt I gave it tells it how to do it, but it did all the work. So it's creating all the files, it knows how to name them, and the structure, how to structure them. It sets up the links, so I can go backwards or forwards, back to the immediate dashboard before, or for the main one. Let's see how far along it is. So it is working on the last set of 3. So after it finishes these 3, then it will commit it and then push it to its branch. And when it finishes that, then I'll show you the last little bit to do to finish the whole thing. So it's done 1, 2, and now it's working on the 3rd article. So there's 5. Actually, it's done 3 of 3 right here, series 3 of 3. So it's just got 2 more articles to go. Then it will commit it and then push it. Okay, so see, I talked about GitHub, and this works really neat. I'll show how you can use this. I think there's time here to do that. Let's see, I'll do here. We go to create a demo website. Hello world. Okay. And give me a placeholder link. All right. So I'm going to show a process that's just to show kind of like how this works. So I don't know what it did here. Okay, it didn't give me it gave me the link, but it didn't give me the, I guess it didn't understand. I need the HTML file, contents for hello world. Okay, it didn't give me the web page. So it's going to write out the web app here. All right. And this should be really quick. There it is. So I'll copy the code and I will go to the GitHub page. I will paste it. Okay, then I'll commit changes. Okay, and then here it is. So this is in GitHub. And now I'll ask it for the viewer link to see it. Viewer link. Okay. Now it takes GitHub a little while to build it, but it's pretty quick. So now it's building this. You can see how long it takes. Like the last one took 37 seconds, 38 seconds, and so on. And this is quite a short one, so it shouldn't take very long. Let's see if it's finished. Okay, here's the link. I'll say open link, and here it is. So that's how easy it is to use GH Pages to deploy an app, because this is public now. So you could copy and paste this in your browser and you would see the hello world. And you can see how easy and fast that is. So Claude is doing something somewhat analogous to that. All right, so it finished. Very good. All right. So now I will go to the last step. So the last step, I'll do another video on this. I don't want this one to be too long, but I'm going to create a new pull request, and the one I want is the Claude branch. And I'll set the branch to the one that I want, which is GH Pages. Okay, and this is the one that it just did. It did complete the Berlin Wall library. So I'll click on Create Pull Request, and it says it's able to merge, so that's good. So Create Pull Request. All right. Then I merge the pull request, confirm the merge, and that's it. So if I go to the GitHub, it's showing the build now. So it says that it's in progress. So this one might take a little bit longer, but you can see how long they take. 43, 37, 38, 51, and so forth. This one took a minute. So they don't take that long. And then we'll have the new one. So I'm going to go back to Claude. And here it's telling me where it put it. So it's in Colorful Agent. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to copy and paste the link that I had. And the only thing that changes here is this part here. Oh no, that's the branch. I'll ask it for the link. So link for the page, please. Okay, let's see. Usually it shows that. Here it just showed me the branch that it committed to, but it didn't show me the link. So the link is right here. Okay, so let's see if this has been enough time. So I'm just going to put the link in, and let's see if it works. There, it worked. So it did the whole thing. We've got the table of contents, Series 1 articles, and they have Part 5. Each one has Part 5. So there's 15 articles that were written on the Berlin Wall. And so I just wanted to give a quick overview of the process, and I might go into more detail on the specific pieces, because I know it might be a bit confusing to see if you haven't seen these things before. But I wanted to give a little demo and just show how easy and fast, and really it's amazing technology that it can do all this. Mind-blowing. Well, thanks for watching, and until next time.